Good evening. It's about 9 o'clock on Saturday. Is it the 27th today of July? I think it might be. Something like that anyway. I'm just going up one of the terraces here to retrieve the pillow because we left a pillow in the hammock and Jem's been in the hammock today. The first time since we've been here he managed to get his hammock out and put it up, so he's been very happy today having a little bit of time in the hammock, although Emmie was quite insistent that it was her hammock and she wanted to be in there. So she had quite a lot of fun. I thought I would do a quick video whilst I'm up here. Show you the woods in the evening as the sun's going down. Oh, I'd love to say I'll take you to the top and show you the sunset, but I don't think I'm going to make it. I'm pretty tired today. Oh, Emmie didn't allow us very much sleep last night, so feeling it a bit today actually. Had quite a slow day. Haven't really, you know, one of those days where you don't really achieve very much. You flap around quite a lot, but nothing actually really gets done, and definitely not very efficient. So it's just been one of those days today, but that's okay. Beautiful oak tree. We think that these branches here are in danger of falling actually, so I think we're going to try and attach a rope to those and give them a pull, pull them down, because they look a little bit dangerous. Ooh, just making it down a really steep slope. Sorry for the camera jiggling about all over the place. So having said it wasn't a very productive day for me, Jem's actually managed to do quite a lot. And he's been working, well, obviously putting the hammock up, but also he's done a bit of work on the path down here to make it easier to access the terraces. So I'll show you what he's been doing by this tree trunk. So he's managed to make a proper pathway, look. So we don't have to climb up and round the tree stump anymore. And he put some slate slabs in there as well. And that's great, I can just walk through now instead of clambering through there. And so the next mission here is to make this bit more accessible so we can get down onto the lower terrace there. So I'm just going to go and put this pillow down and then I'll show you what else we've been doing today. Jem's relaxing after a hard day's graft. There's a pillow there, honey, if you want it. So, something that we discovered today, which wasn't fun, is that our septic tank is a bit overflowing. And I'm not going to show you the septic tank and the manhole cover because it's disgusting. But we've discovered that the cesspit is down here. You can see the vent. And so we're digging to try and find the manhole cover so that we can find out whether it needs emptying or not. Well, unfortunately, one of the guys who used to live here, so not the previous occupant but the one before, used to just dump all of his rubbish down here. So this is all full of rubbish, basically, with shrubbery growing on top of it. That is actually the hot water tank from the loft. That's been dumped. That was upside down there. Jem's dug it out. And all of this here is ash from the fire. It's coal ash from the fire that's just been dumped, and there's tons of it. Tons of it. So we're trying to find septic tank. So it is all glamorous here in Wales. Don't let anyone tell you any different. So where should we go? Tell you what, I'll take you down here and show you last night after I did last night's video. I did some work down here. Jem cut up some logs and he's been like that show, The World's Strongest Man, where they try and pick up the really big tree trunks. He's been doing that, lumbering them up the track, all taken from here. I'll show you them when we go back up the top. They're huge. He is indeed very strong to get those up the track. And I was doing some slightly lighter work, but nonetheless important, of course, of clearing this wall. So I've started tidying it up, clearing it, uncovering it. So it's still very, wild looking, but it's just a bit tidier, than what it used to look like. And I've gotten all the way down to here, and then this is what it used to look like. So I've got this bit still to go, and you see you can't even see the wall at all, and it's just cleavers, these cleavers that just stick to everything, these things, brambles, nettles, and unfortunately they're covering up the lovely rhododendrons, which are really struggling through. And this gorgeous stone wall, so I'm slowly working away at that, just here and there when I get time. And my plan eventually is to plant along here, clumps of geraniums and marguerites, maybe some poppies, so that as you're walking or driving up here, there's a mass of flowers all the way up. I think that would look really nice. And probably on this side too. I'll do the same on this side. And there used to be trees here on this side which have fallen. You can see these massive tree stumps. See them? They're big. That's my hand. Tree stump, huge. So there used to be big trees. There was one there, there's one there, and there's more on the way up as well. And these trees have been felled for whatever reason. And it'd be nice to maybe grow some more up here, but keep them managed, There's still a lot more wood and logs there to collect and bring up. We just have to be a bit careful because you can see just peeking over the top there is the Japanese knotweed, and we just don't really want to spread it. So we're just being a little bit careful about that. Anyway, continue up. There's the path to the stairway down to the river, which we're just continuing to work on slowly. Slowly. Let's pick up some of these twigs from the track. There's the river down there. Hey river. Me and Emmie went back down to the river earlier today. I had a little paddle. It was very nice. It's very cold, but it's really nice. I feel very lucky to have our own river we can paddle in. Oh, and also, tell you something, we had a visitor in the night. You see? Oh, I don't know if you can see. Can you see the footprints across my bonnet? No, I think it's just a cat. But nonetheless quite exciting. Don't know whose cat it is. We've not seen any cats. So that was kind of exciting to wake up to this morning. We've set the trail camera up, which I've taken some photos of where we sighted it. Sighted it immediately outside of a fox den, which is just through, where's the path? It's through the woods over there, on the way down to the river. So I can't remember if I talked about the right of way before, so I'll tell you again anyway. We thought the right of way came through here, so we started clearing this path to open it up for people to use. And we've got about we're probably over halfway, but then we consulted the map a little bit more closely. Actually, that's not the footpath at all. The footpath is right up the top here, and it is really difficult terrain, really difficult. I mean, it's going to take an awful lot of work to open it up, so we still will do it because we're quite, committed to making sure that people can access the right of way. We think it's quite important, but it's just going to take a little bit longer than we thought initially, and it's possible we're going to need some help with it. I'm not sure it's something that we can do just the two of us. There's some sheer drops that are going to need bridging, so it actually goes through here. It goes kind of down there, and I'm not sure if it goes there or down there, but I think it's here. It stays very close to our boundary, which is at the top there, and it goes through there and pretty much directly through our boundary up to the mill. Yeah, and like I say, it's going to be a tricky one to open up actually, but I'm sure we'll do it. Anyway, I'm going to turn back because the camera is set up just through there, and I don't want to disturb anything that might be passing in front of our trail camera. It's so exciting, I can't wait to go and check it tomorrow. We're actually having a day out tomorrow. Don't know if you've heard of the One Planet Development movement. It's a movement here in Wales. We call them APDs, and they are basically where you can buy up agricultural land, which is much cheaper, that doesn't have planning permission on it for any dwellings. And as long as you put forward a business plan and you promise to live in a very low impact way, which has to be all quantifiable, and your carbon footprint has to be, particular, has to all be monitored. It's quite a complicated thing actually, but if you can produce, all this documentation for them, then they allow you to have planning permission on the land to live there, but it has to be all very low impact and environmentally friendly. So anyway, it's one of those. It's one of the APD sites, one that's only very recently been granted planning permission. So really looking forward to going down and supporting them and seeing what they do. They're going to have some stalls there and some food and stuff, so I think it'll be really nice. Our neighbour is going to be there, who is an artist. She's going to have a stall there, so looking forward to seeing her stall as well and seeing what she will have. If you want to check her out, her Facebook page is called Misha Carter Art. I'll try and remember to link to it in the bottom of this video. If not, you can remind me and I'll send you the link. But she sells some really lovely things. I've just seen the bats are flying through the trees. If I hold the camera still, I might find that they might pass in front of the camera. Oh, that one was just above the camera. This is just the time of night that the bats come out. You can see the sunset starting there in the sky. The sun sets over that way, over the mountain. So we don't actually see the sunset from here. We get the sunrise. But you can sometimes still just see the haze. Oh, that's a bat. I don't know if you saw it there in the distance. Apparently we get 3 different types of bats here. We've been told by our neighbours. We get pipistrelles, soprano pipistrelles, and long-eared bats. can't tell the difference, but they're gorgeous and they make really cute sounds. And they eat all the midges and get absolutely eaten alive by midges. So anything that eats midges is a friend in my book. So we also had a builder come to visit us today, and he was looking at possibly moving our stairs, because we're hoping to move the stairs so that they're not straight but they're actually turning round on themselves, in order to save space, but also so that we can block off the first reception room, the one that we're currently using as a sitting room and a dining room, because we'd like to be able to block that off from upstairs. So he came around to look at that today, and we're possibly thinking about putting some extra windows in. So we'll wait and see if we get the quote back for that, and see if we might go for it or not. It might be that we do the work in stages, might be that we try and do it ourselves. We'll see what happens. But yeah, things are moving along slowly. Anyway, my husband is relaxing on the front of the house, and I'm going to go and join him and watch the bats. So I hope everyone has a lovely evening and a lovely day tomorrow, and I'll do another update tomorrow. Okay, good night everyone. Bye.